Hey, what's up, how you doing? So in this video, we're going to be building this UI using Flutter. So this basically is for beginners that need to Flutter. Alright, so this is what we're going to be replicating. As you can see from this UI, this is what we're going to be replicating in this video. So if you're new to this channel, please make sure you like, subscribe, and then just get started. Alright, so this is meant to be a Flutter beginner tutorial. Alright, so if you're new to Flutter, make sure you head over to flutter.dev and make sure you download Flutter. So basically, I'll show you how you're going to download Flutter. Head over to flutter.dev, which is a Flutter official website. Head over to documentation, or you can basically go to development and code. Just head over to documentation or get started. Right, so get started with it. Head over to the get started. Select your operating system. So I'm on Windows. I'm going to select Windows. Then basically just go ahead and install Flutter on the Windows. Then you can go ahead and follow the instructions there. If you're having problem installing Flutter, just comment down below. I'm going to make a video about that. Right, so first thing, you have to make sure you have Flutter installed. Alright, so once that is done, go ahead and create a project. So to create a project in Flutter, we do Flutter create. So basically, once you have Flutter set already, you can go ahead and do Flutter create, and you can call it project. Alright, so that is how I created my project. Alright, so I've done those processes. I don't want to slow down the video or make it boring, so I've done that part already. Alright, you know what, let's just get started. So now looking at the structure here, as you can see, I have my phone emulator running up already. So the first one to consider is this here and the extra space and the background that is given to it. So initially, we can say we can make use of just a single page for this application because it's meant to be beginner friendly and we don't want to dive into many stuffs. Alright, so first we want to do is head over to Visual Studio Code where we have our projects created already. So first we need to do is let's go ahead and run our project. Alright, so run our project to then we're going to launch it on our mobile phone. Alright, so our project is up and running now. As you can see, we have a demo Flutter application on the screen. So basically, this is the basic counter app that launches when you first launch your Flutter application. As you can see, the more you click the plus, the more it's going to increment. So you know what, let's do the first thing here. So before we delete this, what we want to do now is let's try and edit this a little bit for those that are new in Flutter. So we want to head over to the increment counter here. You can see this is setting the state. So this will call set state of the Flutter framework that something has changed this particular state. So rather than using count plus plus, let's go ahead and use count minus minus. Save that, and we should check out our app, and if you click on it, you're going to see it's going to decrement them. Alright, that is basic knowledge on something like that. Alright, so what first we want to do is let's go ahead and clear everything in this place. Alright, good. So inside this lib folder, let's go to our page called login.dat. So every Flutter file must be saved with that extension. So let's go ahead and create a stateful widget. So if you have Flutter installed, you can be able to do SCF. Alright, so this is stateful widget for us, or we can go ahead and call this login page. Alright, just going to import Flutter here. Alright, so in this place, let's go ahead and turn the scaffold. We can basically have an app bar. Alright, so you can have an app bar. So this app bar, you can accept the title, which is a text. You can say hello. Alright, then right in this place here, we can just delete all this. We can have our login page. So we should save this. We should have on the screen hello. Good. Now what we want to do is want to remove the banner at the right hand side, so the box should going to disappear. Very good. Now that is done, let's go ahead and start working on the login page. Alright, so looking at our login page, you can see the first one notice is the background color. So we want to go ahead and give it a background color. As you can see, this has different type of color. I think I'm just going to select the one I think, okay, which is this one. Yeah, which is this color here. So we can copy this color. Alright, so head over back to Visual Studio Code. So I'm going to show you how to load HEX color value in Flutter. So we don't need this bar. So what we need is a body. Once we have that body, we want to have a color. All right, so what is a column? A column was set to children. Now let me explain what a column is. Column is basically where you want to stack items like this, just straight like this. That's what you call column. But you want to stack items in this type of way, like probably you use row, right? So use column in our case. But before that, let's gonna have a background color. Now we can have color. Use OXFF. Okay, so we use OX and FF. Then we paste in our color there. So let's give this constant to remove the blue squiggly line. Initially, if you want to add color in Flutter, what you actually do is just color dots. Select your color. Colors, I mean. Colors dots. Select your color, red or black, and so on. But if you want to load HEX value, this is how you're going to do it. So let's save this and let's check it out. You can see we have our background color now showing. So the next thing we want to look at is this stuff that is here. So what we can do is in our column here, we can give our column main as alignment, and we can tell it to be center. All right, so you're going to see what I will do now. So if I should go ahead and have a text and I say hello, I should save it and head over to the browser. You can see where it is right now. So you're going to just leave it right there. So now let's remove this text. So to achieve that, we want to have a container. So container was what we need. Then we want let's go ahead and give it a width and height. So let's say width 50. Okay. Then height also should be 50. So you can go ahead and do decoration equals to box decoration. All right. So this is how you decorate our box container. I want to give it color. So what color are we giving it? Remember, it's going to be an HEX again. Sorry. It's going to be an HEX again. So let's head over back to our browser, select it, and click on it. You can copy the value here. All right. So OXFF, remember that, and paste. Okay. All right. So when that is done, you notice it is rounded a little bit. So we can go ahead and do border radius. Let's say the circular. Let's say 10. All right, so you have to select the circular to make it, to show it. Okay, you want it to be circle. Okay, so let's save this and see what we have. Exactly what we need. All right, good. So we can leave that. Then we'll get back to the spacing our code. But before that, we can wrap this column in a padding. Save that so you can push the way. So rather than do this, you can do symmetric. Let's say horizontal should be like 20. Horizontal, let's give it 20.0. All right, so shifted to that side. Good. Now go back to UI. We want our huge text, which is welcome. So before that, we want a size box at the top. So the size box basically gives us like a margin to give us space. You want 20. Then you can have a text that says welcome. All right, so this size box, let's make it constant because the value does not change unless we want to go ahead and change this manually. So we're going to have style. So once we style it, you say text style, you say color equals to colors dot white. Remember it's a white color. Then we want to say font size, which is actually going to be huge. So let's try 30.0. I want to say font weight because I think it's bold a little bit. So say font weight dot bold. Okay, then can we make it constant? Yep. So save that. Let's check it out. Let's say we have that, which is a little bit small. So let's make it 50. All right, huge. Now you can see we have an issue with this too. What we can do is where we have this. About the cross-axis alignment, and you can say start. So to push it to the end of it, so you can see. Good. So this is exactly what we needed. Let's just go ahead and add the text also. So I can copy this text again. All right. This time around it is sign in to continue, and it is not color white. Let's say color gray. Let's reduce this to 40. Let's say 10. Okay, let's not. Let's just say weight of 400. I think this is okay. Yeah, let's make this 30. Okay, yeah, very good. So we are good already. Now that we've done this, let's go ahead and work on the input field. All right, so to work on the input field, you can see we have two stuff like this. So what we can use a row. So I'm going to use a row in this scenario here. So first one is a size box. Remember that, so we want a space between them. So I have a size box. All right, 20 is okay. Let's go ahead and have a row children. So this row first, the first one is a container. So initially I can copy this container here because it's basically almost what we need. So you can say container, copy this, and it's right here. We're going to have a child icons dot, let's say, person. All right, so we can have constant here. So we should save this and check it out. All right, you can see we have icon inside of it. So we just need to edit a little thing. Can I select the color? Okay, we do this as a color here. Okay, yes. So we can go ahead and change this color to that color instead. And it's a little longer, so let's change it to 70 and 50. Okay, very good. Exactly what we needed. But it's a little bit brighter. I don't know. I think I should just copy the first. So, or no, first let's add a color to this place. So the first one, we have the color here. OXFF. This is the color save. Okay, now it's looking basically just like that. Now remember, it's a row that we have. So after the container here, we want to have our text field. So this text field here, I'm going to wrap it with the container. All right, wrap it widget. I'm going to wrap it with the container. All right, so save the. Let's see, we got an error. So you can see we have huge error on the screen basically. So what we can do now is we can wrap our container with expanded because we want it to like take the remaining space. So we're going to say expanded. All right, you can see the error disappeared, and we have our input field basically showing there. Exactly what we needed. So I did design exactly what we need. Just you can see there's the bottom under now. So all right, so initially you can go ahead and customize this if you want. You can do if you don't need to customize from the container, we can customize from the text field. Let's say decoration, say input decoration. So first we need is an int text. So int text, let me see, what does this accept? Over this, see what is that? It accepts a string, so you can have Austin, just like it's in that is the UI. You see we have Austin, and our Austin is white and is a little bit huge, so you can have in style. They basically call text style again. So when you want to call text style, you can give it colors that's white. You can give it font size, let's say 20.0. all right, so save that and let's see again. All right, very good. So Austin is showing now, though it's not very white, but you know what, let's just give it the white it is right now. So you can go ahead and call constant here. So this one we can actually change to size box since we are not custom. Wait, let's try and change it to size box first. Let's see. Okay, so let me call this out and let me put this right here. Okay, good. So we have it right there. We still don't have the error. Okay, so one last thing I can do is basically size box width. So we use width in this case to separate the icon and the text field. Okay, all right, very good. So we have that. Now notice something, this one we can make it 40. All right, good, just to push it away. When that is done, we can just go ahead and do that for the password actually. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that for the password. So for this password here, what do we have? We have lock. we have lock. All right, and it is color red. So we have to copy the colors, also copy this. So the first one is this one, and the second one is the bright one. Okay. We have this dot. I'm just going to put asterisk. Okay, save that, and we should be having this. Brilliant. Then remember what we need to do. Yep, you guessed right. We have to have our size box, so which is going to be height. Let's say 20.0. All right, good. Now how do we add this at our side there? So we can add it by basically heading over to our int decoration text input decoration. We can say I think it's suffix icon. We can say icons dot I think there's an I. Yes, there's an I. This thing. No, it's not there. So let's say pass. Okay, it's visible. Say visible. Icons dot visibility underscore off. All right. So save this and let's see. Yeah, you can see the other side. Let's just give it color to be white. Okay. All right, very good. So we're done with that. So the next thing we can work on is this 3x section here. All right. So the button now. Okay. So let's close this. Again, we need to have a constant size box. So we have a height, let's say 30.0, because it looks like it's a little bit longer. I'm not gonna lie. So there's like a little bit of space more. So now once that is done, we can basically just call it elevated button. On press, we are just going to make it null to prevent any error. So we are going to have a text. So this child now accepts a widget. So rather than having a text only, we're going to have an icon and a text. We're going to have a row. We're going to have a children. We're going to have a text that says sign in. As you can see, we're going to have an icon. Icons dot let's say forward. Is it called forward? Yeah, it's called forward iOS. Okay, no. Okay, arrow. Sorry, it's called arrow. Arrow forward iOS. Let's just use this. Okay, it's arrow forward. All right. So constant save. Okay, check our emulator now. Oh, I just closed the emulator by mistake. Let me play back. Okay, good. So you can see our emulator now. You can see our sign-up form is there. So we need to make the text and the icon center though. So what we're gonna do is this row. Is it possible? Let's wrap it a center widget. All right. So it's not centered, just as expected. What we can do is I'm trying to figure out how I can do this. All right. So what we can do is So what we can do is head over to United States alignment. I can say mix axis alignment. Let's enter that. Save this. This should work. Yeah, I can say it's working now. Good. All right. So we want to copy the color. So let's grab a color. All right. So head over back to Visual Studio Code. So to add the color here, we can add style. Let's say elevated button dot style from. We're gonna call background color OXFF. Paste our color there. Let's make this constant. Okay, so if you should save this, we should have our color now. As you can see, it's implemented. And let's give it a shape to make the edge rounded. So say rounded. not rounded, yeah, running rectangle border, sorry. You can have a border radius dot circular, let's give it 10. Okay, save this, and we should have it's rounded. Good. Now I want to give it height and width, but I'm not sure if there's anything like height and width in this place. So what I can use is minimum size and maximum size. So let's try that out. So if I have minimum size, let's give it 200. So minimum size is expected to be, size. So let's say size. So size takes in x and y. So let's say 100 by 200. Okay, now let's check it out. You can see how widget is. So let's say 100 by 100. Okay, too big. Alright, so let's just 30. No, that means 40 should be okay. 50 should be okay. Alright, very good. Now what we can do is make this constant, and we can go ahead and do style, text style, no color. We can just increase the font size. So let's say font size to be like 30.0. okay, too big, so let's use 20.0 instead. Okay, very good. Alright, so next thing we need is this text that says forgot password initially. So we can have under here, we can have const size box height, let's say 20.0. can have a text that says forgot password with a star, text style. You can have colors dot gray. You can have font size. Let's give it font size, let's say 18.0. okay, so we can give it constant. So let's save it and see. You can see we have our text in that place. So we want our text to be centered. Basically, we can wrap text in center. Okay, so we can wrap text in center. You can see it's centered already. I'm just going to cut this and I'm going to place this right here. Very good. So next one is basically just the create account text there. What we can do is copy this everything here. Alright, so we copy everything there. Remember, we need size box. And we can give it an height of, so it is down below, so let's give it 30 and let's paste this right here. So we should save this. We should be having all this. Okay, so rather than that, we can have create account. So this is not a row actually, so we can remove this and we can just leave the row there, so the text can be centered. So we can have create account. All right, and we can have our colors. So the background is this color, and the text color, so you're going to copy the text color also, is this color. Okay, so let's save this and see. Very good. So what we can do, rather than using this here, you can see we can just push this to the bottom of the screen by using spacer. All right, as you can see, just push to the bottom of the screen, but you can see we have a little bit of issue. So what we can do is under this we can have size box. So to give it like a space under, so let's give it 20.0. At least it should be able to breathe. Okay, very good. Then we can just go ahead and give those one spacing at the top. So we can go to our horizontal. We can go to vertical. So let's say 50.0. Okay, so the vertical will actually work. Okay, let's just keep going. Let's say it's 100.0, so we'll fix any issue that we have at the end. So we have 100.0 now working now. So what we can do is the size box at the bottom here, we can remove this. Let's save it. All right, very good. So yep, we are done with the login page. If you like this video, please make sure you like, subscribe, and hopefully you learned something. So see you next time. Peace.